About
Can you get it to me? ASAP?
17 things probably that I think are really fun, and near the top of the list, farmers markets.
We love farmers markets.
Suzette, welcome back.
Thank you.
To the Arizona Daily Mix.
Thank
Not
you.
only to talk about farmers markets, because there are several around the valley.
There is.
But we're going to meet the meat guy.
Meet the
Every
meat
day.
guys. Yes, it's very important. We want to eat local. We want to have on many different levels, local meats, local vegetables. It's all about getting local bacteria. And you know, I'm about the bacteria in my fermented foods. So farmers markets are great places to get local grass-fed meats, and it helps the economy, it helps your body, it's a good all the way around
But
thing
please
to
let's
do.
establish the fact that when you were talking about fermented foods, it's another product altogether, not the meat.
Not the meat. No, there is some fermented meats, but we didn't bring any of those today.
Good.
Yeah. And we have over 6,000 ranches in Arizona.
What?
6,000 ranches, and we have a huge amount of farmers or ranchers that come to the farmers markets. You can expect to see 3 or 4 different ranchers at every market.
All right, well, let's talk about the variety of meats, though, that are available when you're buying local Arizona products.
We have a great selection. Even down in Tucson, we just have a great selection of different varieties of meat. You can get chicken, you can get pork, you can get beef. We've got beef here, the greatest bacon. And you know, the thing about the bacon, it does not drown in fat when you cook local pastured bacon. And I've just recently read where pastured lard, which comes from pigs, is the best way to get your vitamin D.
Lard.
Lard, pastured, but it has to be grass-fed, pastured. The pigs have to be happy and in their natural environment.
Keep a happy porker, ladies and gentlemen. These are the things that you learn on the Arizona Daily
That's
Mix.
right.
By the way, you were gesturing toward that product.
Yes.
Is that some
This
of the
is-
lard we're talking about?
This is actually the tallow, and tallow, this is a local producer, JPP Apothecary. She makes a tallow and the pastured lard, which I do know for a fact she gets from local ranchers. So again, you're coming full circle with your community and with your farmers. We also have a great fisherman who we can get local seafood from, and Cedar is also at 3 markets during the week, and he and his family have a fishing business up in Alaska. He goes twice a year, and he is offering 15% off for anybody that goes in and says, Pat told me I could get 15% off.
Yeah, well, so did Suzette. Don't believe me. But do believe me when I tell you, I get sick and tired of hearing people come from one coast or the other saying, oh, well, I don't want to go to a seafood restaurant in Phoenix because seafood, fish, it's not supposed to be in the desert. Yeah, it is. It's called airplanes.
That's right.
Right? And it's really fresh stuff.
It's very good, and this is my favorite. If you were a fan of Chilean sea bass, Alaskan Pride Seafood has this sable fish, which is very similar to the Chilean sea bass, and it's not quite as expensive.
So we've talked about the meats that are available when you buy local. Let's just talk about the kind of products that you can go to the farmer's market and buy, because if I'm wandering around a farmer's market, I can find so many things, like, for example...
You can find everything at the farmer's market. I have not been to a grocery store to buy food in years. I buy everything at the farmer's markets, from soap to fish to beef to pork to chicken. All of our vegetables. You want to eat in season. I was in a couple of weeks ago about the importance of eating in season, and really everything that you need is at our local farmers markets. And this one that's just opened up at the Science Center is a great market.
And what a great location that is.
I know, right? It will help support all the people downtown that can't get to the Phoenix Public Market on Saturdays.
Yeah, but once again, it's difficult to figure out in a town as big as this is where everything is. So is there one single source of information that we can go to find out the locations?
Yeah, there's a couple of websites out there. Arizona Community Farmers Market, I believe, is the website. If you just Google local farmers markets or farmers markets, you'll find a slew of them. I'm in 4 on a Saturday. When I first started my business, I was in 15 a week.
Wow, that's
So
with your fermented foods.
that's with the fermented foods. So the point of that is that there's plenty of markets to suit everybody's schedule.
Listen, all I can tell you is that there will be a good-sized group of people. There's a reason why something draws a crowd, because the product is there and so's the entertainment at your local farmers market.